All right, well, shoot, here we go. 1 2 1 2. What it do? Hey, we back, baby, for another episode of Just Hear Me Out, and we got a guest. Oh well, Just Hear Me Out with Snax and Big Flav.
Hey,
and we got a guest in the building today. Yep, Miss Karonna Hosey.
Yes,
did I get it right?
You did.
Thank you. Very good, very good, very good. We we back. We've been gone for a minute, but we back. This is our second episode, bro.
this year,
but the first one, the second one didn't even. Well, the first one of this year didn't even get posted yet because the program died. So I had to use the audio from the camera, and it was weak. So I ain't excited about posting it. It's going to get posted because that's the 26th episode and it's the 27th. So we're going to keep in continuity with our numbers. But yeah, I just stalled because I didn't want to come out and that be the first we back episode with some poor quality. For me, audio is everything. But
For sure.
yeah, but we in here. So Miss Karonna, we glad to have you.
Thank you.
Shoes, I met you on podcast festival, the Black Effect podcast festival.
Absolutely,
Yeah, and shoes, you were bubbly, you had energy. You was everywhere, talking to everybody, getting interviews, getting shout outs. You was on your business.
Absolutely, always.
And it's good to see you again.
Good to see you, man.
Then you wound up inviting me to Greenlit. I'm telling the whole story myself. I need to let you tell some story.
No, you're doing just fine. You're doing just fine. I talk enough, man.
But yeah, so we got you on because you are a fellow podcaster.
I am.
And we know you got some other things going on. We're gonna let you tell us all about it. We excited to hear about it, and we excited to hear about how the podcast is going and what you got to do, what you doing out here.
Man,
I know you like to move around.
Thank you. I don't sit still.
Give us some background. Where you from?
Okay, so I was born in one of those towns that you blink and you through it. So it's called Farrell, Pennsylvania. But when I was like 10, my mother moved us to Ohio. So I usually just say I'm from Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people know of Youngstown, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
What's
Youngstown.
up, 330?
Okay.
So I'm from Youngstown, little Rust Belt area. The steel mills closed back in the 80s, so they call it the Rust Belt. That's a known term.
Uh-huh.
I'm a carpenter by trade.
What?
Mm,
Okay. I didn't even know that. I mean, there's a lot I didn't know.
I'm a carpenter since 96.
Yeah?
Yeah.
oh, that's hard.
Yeah. That's dope.
Thank you.
That's dope.
Realtor by profession.
Yeah. Wait. So let's run it back. Youngstown.
Yes.
Is it empty and is it a big city?
Not a big city. Population about 50,000. So not a big city.
Okay, and I say that because I was traveling with Depeche Mode and we went through some of the cities in Cleveland because we had stops there, and it was big city, but it was like empty, and I was like, "This is amazing though," because I loved it because it was big city vibes, but country numbers because there wasn't nobody there.
Yeah. Now Cleveland, it's about 45 minutes from Cleveland.
Okay.
Right on Interstate 80.
Yeah.
So it's a major thoroughfare because of the trucking route. So you got to go through Youngstown if you're going across the country, and truckers know.
Now this could be a crazy question. Mm-hmm. Was there any crazy murders or something that happened in Youngstown?
Wow.
No, because I've feel like I've seen Youngstown like in a documentary or something like that.
Yes, and yes.
Oh, what? Wait. So what is it? What is it? Remind me if you don't mind.
At one time, per capita, Youngstown was the murder capital of the country.
No way.
Yeah.
You know that?
I mean, I know about Youngstown because of Cameron.
Yeah.
Cameron used to hang out in Youngtown, I guess, get his work or sling dope, and he always shout out Youngstown. Always. That's the only reason I know about it.
And I might be partly
only
why.
because of Cameron.
Well, let me give some positivity about Youngstown. A lot of boxers came out of Youngstown.
Oh, okay.
Boom Boom Mancini.
Okay, Mancini.
The last big one was Kelly Pavlik.
Okay.
He had a belt for a minute, and then he met Bernard Hopkins, and but he put the old school beat down on him. But that's my homie Kelly.
Okay.
So yeah, there's some good things. Maurice Claret is from Youngstown.
All right, now who's that?
Football player. You never heard of Maurice?
I'm not
Claret?
a football guy.
Oh, okay. He's a football player. He went to Ohio State, and he kept trying to go pro. before he was eligible to go pro.
Yeah.
And, you know, he ended up making some not so wise decisions and got himself in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah.
But he's, as far as I know, he's doing very well now.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So how old were you when you left Youngstown?
Oh, I don't know. I was good and grown.
All right. Now tell me when you started being a carpenter, because that's wild.
In '96. I went to trade school.
You went to trade school too?
Yeah. I ain't just wake up and say I'm a carpenter.
I mean, yeah, I'm saying back in the because you probably my age.
I don't know, but
yeah, we're not gonna do you like. I'm just saying because back, at least in my age, I feel like you didn't have to have you could just go and come up and get grandfathered in. You know what I'm saying? I started working. I would have expected a story like I started working with my daddy a little bit, and then next thing you know, my daddy was like, "Listen, I'm finna go on vacation." And then I had built the house by myself.
No, I actually, I wanted to learn how to build a house for my kids. And I was back when we had newspapers, people.
Yeah.
I was reading the classifieds. And just as I was having this thought, like within a day or so, I saw an ad. And then I answered the ad and I went to trade school. And I wanted to get in the union. Mm-hmm. I was contemplating electrical or carpentry. I talked to a homegirl of mine. She had went into the plumbing union. Mm-hmm. And so I talked to her and got some insights. And she was like, I'm going to give you the good and the bad. She was like, I have great benefits. I make a lot of money. But she was like, if you can't handle climbing under houses and sloughing through, she was like, don't go. Don't go to that one. I will not. So, then when it came down to electrician or carpenter, at the end of my schooling, we had to do like an externship, and I got shocked real bad. I was like, I don't want to mess with electricity. Carpentry it is.
Yeah, I get it.
And so I kept trying. It took me 7 years to get into the Carpenters Union. Y'all got to do better. It took me 7 years to get into the Carpenters Union. Because like you said about the grandfathering, if you don't have somebody, a legacy to pull you in, it's hard. And I did not have anyone in the union. So I kept applying. And one day, out of the blue, they called me. Now, I was still working. I made a crap ton of money in the projects. When Bill Clinton was in, he sent a lot of money through HUD to rebuild all the projects. Yeah. I cleaned up. Oh my goodness.
Shout out to Bill Clinton.
Man. And then the president after him that decided to tear down all the projects.
Yeah.
Like did they just we literally just rebuilt a whole bunch of projects and then they start tearing them down.
Yeah.
And reclaiming the inner city. That's when the gentrification started. So it was like they just recycling the money. Okay, I'm going to pay you to build them, and I'm going to pay you to demolish them.
Yeah, that's the circle of life.
Absolutely. The American way. We just don't waste trillions of dollars.
So what did you do after that? How did you, because this is like turned into like a life story kind of thing. Now you getting a whole run.
Yeah, so one day they just out of the blue called me.
Oh, listen, don't say anything you don't want because I suck at editing. I hate editing. So
I already know. That's my policy. You come on the Blowing Bubbles podcast, don't say it because we're not editing anything out.
Yeah. No.
We're not. They called me out of the blue one day. My application I had been submitting applications and calling and harassing these people for years. And there was an infrastructure bill got signed and they were redoing all these bridges. And they called me and they were like, are you scared of heights? I was like, no.
Oh yeah, you gotta get some money.
He said,
got a family
okay, go to he was like, report here. And he told me, I still didn't understand what the job was going to be. They sent me to build bridges.
That's crazy. So you went from construction to building bridges.
I mean, it's still construction, but that's how I got in the union.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because you said it was hard to get in. You had a 7-year waiting period. God,
right. And I went, the first bridge job, I was so scared. I mean, one day, the superintendent, he saw me from like across the way, and I was out on a beam. It was like 12 inches wide. and I was froze. And I used to let people call me Ronnie. And I'll tell you the story why I stopped letting people call me Ronnie. But he said, Ronnie, are you scared of heights? He said, get over there. And then he just had me doing girly type stuff from then on. I would be like assembling bolts and hardware and stuff. Yeah.
Would you get paid the same money?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's beautiful.
But he also respected that I didn't take advantage of that. I kept trying until I wasn't scared anymore. Oh, okay. So eventually I was doing what everybody else was doing. But it was like my first bridge job.
Yeah.
So then after they couldn't break me, then I was pigeonholed. Now they won't send me to any other job. I was only sent to the bridges.
Oh yeah. Once somebody like you on the job, I deal with that a lot in the movie industry. Once a department like you, because they'll send you over there for pre-production, and then you'll be on construction or some stuff, running a lull, and they'll love you. And then when it's time for the production to start, and you got to move on to own production to actually drive what they call you for, then they'll be like, oh man, I'm gonna go talk to the captain and see if you can stay here. I would need you to stay here. Why you leaving us? You dirty for that. And I'll be like, bro, I didn't come over here for this. Tell me. Yes, exactly. Yeah. So okay, so what you did after construction?
I opened. I'm thinking back. This has been some years. I opened a restaurant and a catering business.
Yeah. What you was cooking?
Anything people wanted. Like, so in the restaurant, I did have a set menu.
Like Mr. Everything.
Kind of like my catering menu, I didn't have a real menu. I'd cook whatever you wanted. If I didn't know how to cook it or never cooked it, I'd look it up. I'd just Google it. I never told nobody I can't do something. Yeah. So I did well with that. But so I did the restaurant for a while, and then so you had asked me a question before about the murders in Youngstown. What made me finally close my restaurant was
somebody got killed in there?
Not in the restaurant, but right behind it. What? It was 2 days before Christmas.
It wasn't the food, was it?
Had nothing to do with my restaurant. 2 days before Christmas, there was a quadruple homicide right behind my restaurant.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep. And I was just like, yo, I had enough. And the people, so my parking lot was right here, and their house was right here. And, hey. And one of the girls was like real pregnant. So the police, it was like FBI, DEA, state troopers, county sheriffs, and the Youngstown police. They start running a sting because they were really aggressively trying to catch who did this. Mm-hmm. They set up right in front of my restaurant for like 3 weeks, like just stopping every car. I couldn't give food away. It was like nobody would come over there. Oh yeah, because my restaurant sat like it was on a major road, but it was like a Y. So you go this way. The DMV was right next door. I couldn't sell food. Nothing. I couldn't get, man.
Dang.
They killed you.
Yeah, they killed
They killed my momentum for sure. I was like, I'll go outside and
they would have sued them.
Offer the police coffee and stuff. I'm like, can y'all like stop people in my parking lot or something? Like make them come in there and eat like something. Yeah, they did. They made me dip.
All right, we're going to ask one more thing, because if we let you get, I feel like we're not even going to get to your podcast because you like you got a good story to tell.
Yeah, you got an interesting life.
I do. I actually just wrote a book because my life is
okay. Good. Okay, now we can talk about something I said. We can say so what's the book? Because that was one of the things I seen. I was trying to do my little homework. Yeah. I said, oh, she got a book dropping.
Yes.
It's coming. Yes. Yeah, tell us about that. And what you going to put in? Is this going to be all this stuff going to be in the book?
No.
Okay.
No.
What's the book about?
The book is about.
What's the book's name?
The title is Residue, How I Grew from Crushed to Crushing It.
Okay.
And it's the overarching theme is overcoming. You know, how I went from like, in my mind, the pits of hell to, I'm living my best life.
Yeah?
I am.
All right.
I am.
So what inspired you to write it?
Whew. God, man.
Yeah.
I can't say anything else. Last January, I went on a trip to Florida to a funeral. Mm-hmm. I'm real OCD. When I come home from a trip, everything gets put away immediately. If it needs to go in the hamper, it's going there or whatever. Mm-hmm. Suitcase put back where it goes. Mm-hmm. The last 2 days I was there, in Florida, I spent at the beach, and the ocean just had me so tired. So when I came home,
Oh, you were swimming?
Yeah.
I don't be swimming. I go to the beach and just sit in the
I
balcony
love the
and
ocean.
watch the water.
I love the ocean. So I came home and I was tired. Didn't put my suitcase away. So I put it like right at the bottom of my bed. The next morning I get up to go to the bathroom. I tripped over the suitcase.
What?
And then when I get in my bathroom, I sit down and I bust out laughing. I said, Karonna, what other baggage you tripping on? And it was like, the light came on.
Okay.
I wrote chapter 1 that day.
Nice.
And so it was just like when I was in the right place to hear spiritually what I needed to hear, the words just came. It's about 25,000 word book.
Okay.
And the only reason I know that because editors charge you by the word.
Oh, do they?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes, I didn't before. I might have said less.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Wrote the book. I take you through a chronological journey of some things that I went through that made me who I am. Even the things that are not at all positive, they still contributed to my mental toughness, my physical toughness, my wisdom, and just making me who I know how to be today. Yeah. So some things I wish I could not have endured, but in this place, I'm better for it.
Yeah.
So that's what it's about.
So what would you say is one of the biggest stories in it, or maybe if that don't give it away if you don't want to? What was like one of the most life-changing things?
Losing my man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dang.
Yep.
What happened? Was it divorce? Did y'all break up or did he die?
He died.
Damn.
Yep.
Damn. You mind if we ask how it happened?
He died in his sleep.
Ooh. Dang. All right. Sheesh. How long had y'all been together?
21 years.
21 years? Golly.
That's a long time.
That is a long time. And they never figured out why?
Here's the thing. And this is for all of you who...
If we push it too much, too, let us know.
I'm going to be... Whatever, man.
Okay.
Because, first of all, it's in the book, so I'm going to have to be talking about it.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Okay.
That's true. It's almost like your first stop on your book tour.
It is. It is. Here's for all you people who believe that marriage is just a piece of paper. His family treated me like I didn't exist.
Oh, wow. Wow. Was he a white man?
No.
Oh, I'm trying to figure out why would they treat you like you didn't exist.
People act funny with money.
Yeah. That money come out, boy, it bring out the worst in there.
Oh, who had it, him or you?
We did. So the restaurant, we ended up having 2 different restaurants. One of them, we had a slumlord. You would never know that these people are multi-billionaires and have properties all over the world. They own a whole bunch of major malls. Just so I don't get sued again, I won't drop their name, but it's easy to find out who I'm talking about.
Dang. Wait, how you get sued? Because they
let me tell you.
That's crazy.
Tell you. These people sued me because their roof caved in.
Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
they have the most booby traps in their contracts that, first of all, the first indicator that they're crooked is no matter where your property is at that you rent from them, any litigation must be handled in Mahoning County, Youngstown, Ohio. They're going to just go to their homeboy's courthouse.
Yeah, that's a game.
So,
right
yeah, they sued me for $1 million.
Dang.
And, yeah. So.
That's why they.
I don't want to go legally into.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No. Yeah. No. We not that kind of podcast. They not gonna use us to get our guests. So
So that's what left me exposed with regard to everything that he and I owned.
Oh, right.
Oh, so it all came to the surface. Like, oh, they got this assets, and they're like, oh, so we finna try to kick you to the curb because we know that y'all. Ooh.
Dang. So all right.
So yeah, that was one of the most extreme and life-changing things that I had to go through.
Is that one of the reasons you winded up here?
No, I was here already.
I
was here already.
I'm talking about like the hotel thing. I mean, not the hotel, the restaurant thing. Is that why y'all winded up moving? Once, because you know what I'm saying, once tragedy strikes to me and my
the people getting killed behind the restaurant made me close it. I was like, let's go on vacation. I literally I told my staff, I was like, yo, we closing. They was like, what? Like, yo, I'm going to Miami. I think I went to Miami for a week, then took a cruise. I didn't stop traveling for like a year.
Yeah.
I closed the restaurant then. That was in, what year was that? Maybe 06. Then was it 07? I moved to Las Vegas, I think. 07.
Oh yeah, because you originally took a trip to Vegas to go see a relative. You said that. First time I went to Vegas, I moved. I had never been there and moved. So you moved to Vegas?
I moved to Vegas.
That's crazy.
Yep. We had a blizzard hit. Overnight, we got 4 feet of snow. I was like, man.
In Las Vegas?
No, in Ohio.
Oh.
And it just so happened that my homegirl sent me pictures of her and her kids. And I'm looking at these pictures because I can't go nowhere. I'm just scrolling. And I'm looking at these pictures. I called her. I'm like, hey, when y'all take these pictures? She was like, today they in shorts and tank tops. I can't even open my front door because the snow is up. Like, I started talking to myself. I'm like, Vegas. Yo, if I come out there, can I stay with you till I get my own place? She's like, hell yeah.
Hey, that's how I did it.
She's like, I need a friend out here. Yeah. So shout out to Stacy. I stayed with her for about 3 weeks. And
nice.
Yep.
Good people.
Vegas. And that was on a Thursday.
Big shout out to Stacy.
I moved to Vegas that Sunday. I ain't even wait.
Yeah, you like me. That's how. So when I moved to Alabama, now here you go. Because he even say every time somebody say you, then you be like, oh yeah, I like that too. I want to do that too.
Anytime somebody in the store be like, oh yeah, then I got a tattoo on my forehead. He like, oh, I was thinking about getting one next week. I'm thinking about doing that too. I'm like, he the original Me Too. Oh. but in a different way. He the original Me Too.
Nah, but I really when I moved to Alabama, that's how it happened.
You moved to Alabama?
Yeah, went from Louisiana. That was the first time I moved when I was 18. Well, 19 or 20, I remember. But anyway, but in 2000, so it was 19 or 20. I had some friends, and my friends, they had came to visit me. They had came to visit one of their friends who used to live in Alabama, but he was at that time roommates with me, a white guy. But they was black guys from Alabama, and when they came and seen me, I was one white guy living with I was one black guy living with 3 white guys. Some folks will say something like a white guy anyway. But they were 3 white guys. I was a black guy, and them 2 black guys came to visit their one white friend. They seen me living with them and was like, what you doing here? And then the church that we went to was predominantly white.
What you doing here?
Yeah, that's crazy, literally.
That's a crazy thing.
Yeah,
I'm living. What the hell you mean? I'm trying to live.
Well, I mean, I was sticking out like a sore thumb, being a black person in the white space, in a big white space, because the church we went to at the time was predominantly white. Of 1,000 people, maybe 50 of them was black. And I didn't kick it with none of the black folks. I was always with white folks. So they see me and was like, what you doing here? Anytime you ready to move, you can come kick it with us. And so I was like, nah, I had a good job at the time. But then when I lost my job over some bullcorn, I think what happened, the holiday came, and he had let the secretary go on vacation, or he let the secretary have off, because it was just me, him, and the secretary. And that was all people work at the job. Well, he let her have a day off, and it was a Saturday. And we normally would work on Saturdays. But my friends, the youth group at the time, they was going to the beach. But he asked me to stay and cut his grass and his mama's grass, because I know you look crazy at that, but it was one of them small businesses. Like, if you ever work for like just me, it's just you and the boss man, then when they didn't have no work, he tried to keep you employed So then he'll give you like little odds and end things to do. You know what?
yeah.
Tell you what, I'll keep you on the clock. You'll do this for me. You'll wash this car. You'll do that. So it was one of them situations. But he had got it twisted because it was the weekend and I had stuff to do. And he needed me to go cut his grass and his mama's grass. And I was like, the secretary off. I'm finna go out. He's like, no, you gonna do it or you fired. And then I said, all right, deuces. And as soon as I quit, I called my homeboys that day and I told them, I said, listen, I got this job no more. Y'all still want me to come up there? He was like, yeah. So I think that week I moved to Alabama.
To Alabama.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I stayed with some homeboys.
How'd you get in Atlanta?
So what happened, we moved to Alabama. I winded up meeting Denise, and then we got married, had some kids. Then we moved back to Louisiana. When you ever move back to your home spot, it's never the same. You might have the same friends, but they're not the same friends. It don't feel like it felt when you left. They done moved on and progressed, and so it feels kind of awkward trying to reconnect. And so we moved back, and it was hard to reconnect. We made some friends, and we made some new ones, but it still it felt weird. So then we moved back to Alabama. But then we moved back to Alabama, but we done what we just did. Tried to go back to the friends we had left. So we moved back to Louisiana again.
Oh my God.
Well, but then once we moved that time, because my parents, they always begging. Parents always be begging. We can't never see the kids. When you gonna come? You need to come move back. So we wind up move back.
Leave the grandparents alone now. That's
you a grandparent now?
Yes. I got 5 grandkids.
Damn.
5?
Yeah.
Boy, that black do not crack.
I was just about to say, because she said she had a restaurant in 96. I'm like, okay. 96.
And then when she said she was married 21 years, I was like,
okay.
She
got to be
been
73.
Arranged at 10. Look, she was arranged at 10.
Right. I'm trying to do the math on this. Because he's about, we close to the same age, but we ain't going to talk. I'm like, hell nah. In 96, she had a restaurant. That means she at least 25.
I was a carpenter in 90.
She was 24, 25,
I
had a
didn't
restaurant.
graduate till 97.
That's what I'm saying. So she got to be 73. You got to be at least 73.
Don't let him trigger you. Trying to trigger you.
I ain't trying to trigger. I'm trying to do the math. I'm like, hold on.
I know it.
She got to be. Hold on.
She got to be in her
I ain't gonna
50s.
say nothing.
She got in her 50s. She got to be.
I'll give you that. I am.
You in your 50s?
I am.
Like 59.
But barely. Nah, she got to be barely.
Because you did carpeting. You done did all this extravagant stuff. She done parachute. She done jumped out of plane.
Right.
She done swam with sharks. She done did all this crazy stuff.
And it's right.
You can't do all that by 40.
And so when I guessing, we already in dangerous territory, so we can't just jump to 59. So we gotta dial it.
No. It gotta be 59.
She barely made 50.
Because then that mean because you got 5 grandkids. Yeah. That's a lot of grandkids.
They could have had synctuplets.
How old is your oldest child?
My oldest child? My daughter is 34.
God.
Yeah. She my age.
That's crazy.
I'm 33. God.
That's crazy.
So you really is 63. You up there. Hey boy, you up there.
That's crazy.
You look great, but I swear you don't look look like you in your I swear you look like you in your 40s, but I'm like wait a minute.
And what's crazy though is she move. She don't stay still.
That's what I'm saying.
Because that's one of the things that we're gonna talk about in her traveling. She
a Renaissance woman.
She be around having fun, laughing, smiling in people's faces. I'll be like, dang. She don't stop. And she
can't stop, won't stop.
Oh hell no. So then when did you move to Atlanta?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, 2010.
Damn, that was recent.
No. What a long time ago. I'm in Atlanta.
And that's another thing about this clown. He love to be like, oh, y'all from Atlanta. He don't even claim Louisiana like that.
Yeah,
till football season come around.
Never going back.
Then he want to wear that bullshit. Then he be all that who that. And then when the Falcons win, he be like, oh yeah. And
listen, I'm really finna be a Falcon now that they got this black head coach. Because I might have to,
Stop.
For real.
Stop.
Nah,
that man's so fake. He be trying to be anything popping.
You gonna let him call you out like that?
I'm gonna call him out every time.
I'm close to your age where I don't give a rip. So yeah.
No, you're not close to her age. No, you're not. You're not that mature.
I'm an
you don't
OG,
know how to
baby.
carpet. You don't know how to. You ain't got no restaurant. You don't even use a measuring tape.
This black don't crack either, baby. I'm an OG.
No, you look 57, but it's okay.
Okay.
So when did you move to it? So you moved to Vegas.
Yep.
How was that? Was you like gambling? That's all I think about.
No.
That looked like fun. That's the life I wish.
No. I like to see my money.
It'd be a lot.
I like to see it go right out my hand.
No.
You ain't never been to Vegas, Jordan?
Hell no. I can't go. Hannah know better.
Why? Because you be gambling?
Oh my god!
Or you be all in the life, all in
gambling.
you're gonna be full of licentious and lasciviousness.
Yeah.
I got a problem. No, not with like the women in the, because I don't smoke or drink or do drugs. Never did, and I never like did that stuff.
Me either.
You don't come off as a gambler.
When I gamble, I gamble. I like the.
You want to bet on the game?
I don't bet on stuff like that, but I'm talking about like at the casino, blackjack,
Oh,
roulette, poker. I'm a lose it all. I ain't with the slot machine. I'm like
That's what I
500
meant.
a
With the
hand,
slot, if I
1,000
do
a
something,
hand.
that's me. I'm at the slot machine.
I ain't trying to sit down all
$1.
day and do that in a dollar.
I'm gonna take $100 to the slot machine. They play that mug $1
you
at
be
a
there a
time,
week.
a
You can
penny
stay
at a
there a
time,
week.
50 cents.
Nah, when I first moved out there, once I lost $20, I was like, okay, let's go eat. That was it.
That'll be me.
$20. That's it.
$20. That's my threshold.
Mine is 100, but I'm going to eat after that 100 though.
Buy it about 5,000. I can do about 5,000. I'll be like, all right.
I
You
know
know
people
what
who've
5,000
lost
could buy?
like 65,000, 250,000 in a day. Like,
And then they turn around and come back and be hot the next
then
day.
they be ready to kill themselves. No.
Oh, I ain't
About to
never
jump
been
off
like
the
that.
Bellagio. I done lost it all.
Yeah,
We go to when we was on the cruise ship. I was doing roulette. Oh man, going crazy. I had
I
the
know
whole
people
table to
that
myself.
I know people that can't get off the ship because
I
they
can't.
they messed up their tab because they'll let you keep playing. You know how you just use your what cruise line were you on?
I forget. I was on the Harmony of the Seas. I don't know what that is.
I
If it was
don't know.
Carnival or Royal Caribbean or something like Virgin.
Carnival, they give you a sign and sale card.
Yep.
So you just get on there and you keep playing with your sign and sell card.
Oh, I didn't know that. I
So
was just bringing. I just brought cash.
I've seen people who cannot get off the boat because they have too big of a balance.
Now you're an
So
employee.
so now you just cruising for free.
Yeah.
You're
serving
not
tables.
cruising for free. They're gonna bring the popo or somebody coming to get you. In a hot minute, if you gonna settle up, you gonna call auntie them. Somebody gonna have to.
I'll jump right in the ocean on there.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen people really get stuck. They got a bar tab, all that stuff, because they don't really keep track.
You having
You
fun?
drink?
No,
You don't drink?
no,
Okay.
You don't drink now?
never.
Oh, you don't never drink.
No,
You smoke?
no.
I mean, we're just asking. You what?
Never.
Okay. Do you build houses?
Yay!
Okay. You see how we don't know what to ask on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So
could be anywhere.
what's your
Do
thing?
anything.
I mean, I know you travel, but what's your thing? Like you like? Oh, this is what I don't mind. I'll spend my money on this. This is my thing. Like, what's your thing?
Amazon Prime.
That thing is
Oh
dangerous.
Lord! Oh,
We
you probably
need to-
did
we
you
need
just
to
buy
break
the-
up
Did you buy the
Amazon.
Mevo? You probably just click buy
I
on
didn't.
the Mevo.
I need to really make sure I can get rid of this other equipment first. But
Amazon Prime is the
it's the devil, man. I need the divorce. I need my life.
It's so
back.
easy though. I don't.
They make it. You click here, buy now.
So it used to be just books. All them books you see,
Right.
that's Amazon. But then I got
Right.
easy. Now they done up me a level. I'm buying deodorant, vitamins.
Yeah, you don't even have
stuff
to
I can
leave
get at the
home.
store. Yep. I was trying to think what is the more, and that might be one of my Instagram questions I need to ask. What is the most storiest thing you bought off of Amazon? Because now I just be like, dang, I ain't got no mouthwash. I don't feel like going to the store. Let me see if they can get it tomorrow. Oh, yeah,
Craziest thing
Amazon.
was when we was all in quarantine. People on Amazon tearing it up. You can't go nowhere. Why you need that?
Yeah.
I'm that, and I don't like returning stuff.
Yeah, I don't like returning stuff either.
I just started
I'm
returning stuff
so
last
bad.
year.
I got like 5 things I need to return right
So
now.
would you consider yourself to be a hoarder?
No, because I'll give it away. I can't stand clutter.
Okay, so now, yeah, because I won't
I
return it,
can't
but I'll give it to
stand
somebody. I'll be like, you know what, I bought this. I don't even use this mess. It's brand new cake. You can have it. I don't care. Yep. I mean, you don't really care a lot about money then. Like money not like your ultimate thing. You'll get the money.
I'm working hard to be a better steward of my money.
Yeah, I suck at that
My
too.
biggest
'Cause I throw it away.
challenge with that, has been that I've always made good money.
Ooh, yeah, that's a problem.
And okay, living in Youngstown, Ohio, let me give you some perspective. Right now, today, you can buy a whole house that's living ready for $10,000 in Youngstown.
See, I might do that because you get snow. I love snow because I don't get it. I've been born. I've never lived anywhere but here, so I love cold weather.
I
hate cold weather, but I do that though.
Love it.
A whole house for $10,000,
right? So
and be
imagine
done and own it.
Imagine in the 90s when I'm building. So when I built the projects, when I was building in the projects, we were making prevailing wage. So that's a wage set by the government that says you must pay these people X amount of dollars.
Okay.
My goodness. Youngstown, like you could at that time you could rent a house for like $200 a month, 4-bedroom house.
Yeah.
So it was like I owned a house. I paid it off in 8 years.
Damn, that's so amazing.
Yeah, so it's really
I love that.
It's really been my mindset. Like I didn't. The very big negative was it made me not care about credit.
Yep.
So it's like I get anything I want anyway. I'm gonna just break that bread and pay cash.
Yep.
I didn't care about my credit. I would do dumb stuff.
You sound like a dope boy. You an old school dope boy. That's what it is.
I had the mentality.
Somebody young.
You had the mentality of a dope boy. I got the money. I ain't.
They were all around me, but I used to try to. And shout out to all y'all who did not listen to me. I tried to get all of them.
Buy some property now.
Buy properties to invest in my construction. I'm like, let me help me to start a construction
company. That's a good
right.
idea, but the location was bad.
No, the location was good for that. Like we could have been flipping houses. We could have been
Youngtown
buying.
Now she's saying it's beat up, but she's saying back then
It's still a good place to invest.
Yeah, right.
Like,
listen,
I mean, they ain't making no more land.
So when I was whenever I was on tour with Depeche Mode, and I was going through it was Cleveland, it was Detroit, and I would get there and I would see the city, but it would literally look like The Walking Dead. Like this,
it's
a
not
ghost
that way
town
anymore. They've really built up Cleveland and Detroit, but
I'll be there
people
thinking
still
about
gotta live somewhere. Rent it out. If you pay $5,000 for a house and charge them $600 a month in the year, you got your money back.
Right, you ain't gotta hit them over the head like
right.
But the cost. You just said you could buy a house for $10,000 right now.
So you rent it out for
$700 a month.
Your return on investment there. I'm not talking about living there.
Oh, see, I don't mind living. See, that's what I'm saying. I could go and live.
And live like so. If you have the kind of income,
but with city feel.
If you have the kind of income where you can work from home,
yeah.
And you can live like a king. Go buy you a house, live for free.
Denise said that she gonna hate you because I'm finna be like shouting.
No, baby, you got the small town mindset where your kids, everybody knows everybody. You're safer. In my opinion, you're safer. Like, it's so different. Youngstown is geographically halfway between Cleveland and Pittsburgh. Everything you want is Atlanta traffic. If you come from Atlanta traffic and go back there driving to Cleveland, you can even commute every day to Cleveland and not feel bad about it because you mess around and hit 285, got to go anywhere, and you spending 45 minutes and you got 3 miles.
In Atlanta, you can't travel from like 7 o'clock to about 9 o'clock, and then from 4 o'clock to about 8 o'clock.
It's a wrap.
I leave at 1.5 hours to take. It'll take me 1.5 hours to get up to North 285.
You know what I'm saying?
To go to Norcross to go to work.
I have a strong appreciation for things like that.
Yeah, that's what I need my money to go for.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my value is like that with money. I suck at saving because my thing is, it's here to serve me. So I'm just gonna have fun. If I want that, I'm finna get it. I go to work for that. Yeah. Denise be mad at me all the time because he'd be like, "Why are you doing that?" And I'll be like, because I go to work. Because that's what I feel like I need, and it's my sweat.
You like a kid though. He'd be like,
"Yep."
It's for my mental. I need it for my mental. I feel good for my health. I need it for my mind.
I mean, that's what it's.
That's how he justify everything. He'd be like.
So later on, so now at this point in my life now, though, that's why I'm thinking I'm looking at opportunities where my money will go further. Meaning, I could own this house in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I can, and then I can own it. And then I can still spend money on whatever I want to spend it on.
Absolutely.
But you ain't gonna have a Teamster job,
like that. Right? Yeah. If I can have a Teamster job and live there, boy.
See,
that's the only way I go back to Lake Charles. Other than that, Louisiana, where I'm from.
Trying
that's the only way I ever go back.
Find ways. So I listen to people and then try to find ways to help them turn what they do up 3-4 notches and minimal effort, the maximum output.
Yeah.
Like I like to like get in people's heads and like really tell me what you do, what you can do, what you want to do, what's your end goal, then reverse engineer the opportunity. Like it like thrills me to see people just thrive. And there's been so many times I didn't realize I was doing it. Mm-hmm. And people come back to me years later like, oh my God, you changed my life. You said that thing you told me to do, that I did it. Like, oh man. So now in this stage of my life, I'm being very deliberate with that. It's something I don't even know where it comes from. I don't know why I know some of the stuff that I know, but
yeah,
I have a gift for figuring things out and helping other people figure things out. So that's one of the things that I'm really being deliberate with.
All right. Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
I ain't got no credit neither. You remind me of me a little bit.
And I was having.
I just pay cash anything I want, and then you get a better deal. I'm like, look, I got this cash. You wanted 15.
You put the suitcase on the desk.
I got 11. Take it or leave it. It's been on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah,
3 months now. Ain't nobody bought for 15. I give you 11 cash right now.
Right now.
Folks like, give me the money. But yeah, that's how I do everything. Everything straight cash. I don't like owing nobody no money. I ain't got credit now.
I hate it.
I ain't got credit now.
So when does the book come out? Because we done got away from the book. When it come out? Tell us when
the goal right now is for my birthday, April 9th. I am.
Dang, well, you're going to be 51. April 9th. That's beautiful.
I'll you got jokes.
I'll take it. We're gonna rest on that. We're gonna rest on that. The editing process and the marketing process, the whole thing leading up to a book. I thought that writing the book was gonna be the hard thing. Man, the after. It's like finding somebody. I interviewed so many people to help me with this. You got to find editors. And when you write a book, I didn't know that there was multiple edits. There's the developmental edit. There's the line edit. There's the proofread edit. And you trying to charge me for all the words every time?
I know. I'll be like, listen, what if I use the same word? Can I? You already paid for it. Can I get that word free? Once I buy the word, is it mine to use?
Nope.
I'm like,
so like they'll open like Word, and you can hit word count in there. As that number pop up, that's what you're getting charged by.
I'll be like, can we take out all the ands and just put commas, please?
That's a comma they're gonna charge you.
Dang it.
It's really because they're gonna edit that out. It gotta make sense grammatically. So that process, finding somebody to help me with the development of the marketing plan, finding just strategize. A lot of people told me, oh, now just put it on Amazon and do that. Nah, bro, this is a global reach. I ain't just trying to sit there and hope the 12 same people that like my stuff on Facebook going to order my book on Amazon.
Yes.
I need a real plan. Ooh. I need this thing to reach the masses.
Okay, so now we finna kind of pivot a little bit. We can come back to it if you want, but when you talk about reaching the masses, now that's another topic I wanted to bring up, and that's your boy David
Shantz.
David Shantz. Because that's a real thing when you talk about trying to market and you trying to get outside of your circle. Because I find it hard to get outside the circle on Instagram or Facebook with trying to grow my platform. Does he help at all with that? Did any of the information that he taught you help with that for your book?
For sure. Well, not for the book. No. For the podcast, yeah.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot.
Okay.
From Dave down to like little things like this is my logo. My avatar for my brand. Dave even teaches the psychology of color.
Yeah.
Every little like the little minute
you got
details.
the red and the yellows. Because I went to a church he did that had a pastor that would do that.
Yeah, orange, yellow, and green is really the color in my logo. I created this using AI. And
nice.
Yeah.
And so what is the shirt for? What is it?
Blowing Bubbles Podcast.
And finally we get to why you are here, because you got such a wonderful story.
Thank you.
How did you come up with the podcast? And then we're gonna work our way back to the merchandise, of course, because I see you got that Tumblr and that thing. Yes, I like that. That is some amazing colors in that one. If I had a pastor. Look, yeah, go ahead. You look at that. Go ahead, get that promo. I'm gonna put a thing when you do that. I'm gonna say ting and make your eye go ting.
You ain't gonna do it with your voice. You gonna go in there and edit it for real.
Ting. Nah, but what for to say? I had a pastor who when I used to go to their church, he's called Hart Ramsey. I forgot the name of the church, but it was in Alabama, and he broke down the science of colors, because when he was talking about how he had built the church, he was like, you don't know, I did research for even the colors on the walls that promote learning, that promote relaxation, that stimulates the mind and makes it open to being receptive.
To receive, right.
Yeah, and so then I think I was watching YouTube, and the YouTube's was talking about the lettering on captions and stuff, and how different colors would make things stick out and make it pop in your brain. And then they pivoted and said, the first example, they said McDonald's. McDonald's colors are red and yellow. Yep. For a reason, because that's going to help you to remember what you've seen and draw you in. I said, oh, snap. And so when you said that, I said, dang, okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But so how did you get to Blowing Bubbles podcast? What made you decide to do it?
Yeah, what was the name about? I'm more interested, like, where the name came from. What's the story behind that, or the
that's
symbolism for that?
That's dope. How it came. Well, dope, but not so dope. I've been wanting to do a podcast since 2016. My son, my oldest son, started a podcast. Shout out to the regular podcast, man. I'm proud of my son. He's dope.
Yeah, he's still out there.
He is. He's doing. Check him out. Regular podcast and Regular Network on YouTube.
Okay. I'm gonna check him out.
But he started doing one, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I want to do a podcast. And I started doing all this research. Now this is 2016, so things were so different than they are now.
Yeah.
And I'm so meticulous, and I had this whole notebook with thousands of things, just too much, and it was like information overload. And I had 52 episodes outlined, and I had all these guests I was going to ask to come on.
Look at you. That's the type of planning I need to do. I never do.
Oh yeah, I'm a super planner. But my the original podcast was going to be named Mirror Mirror Podcast. And my target audience was women who struggle with self-esteem issues. And back to where, now this hadn't even happened yet, but in my book, there's a chapter called Mirror Mirror, which breaks down the meaning of mirror mirror to me. So.
Oh, is that going to be hard copy?
Yes.
Is it going to be a physical copy?
Ebook, audio book, and all of the things.
And when it come out, then I'm going to get it, and we're going to go through it, and we definitely going to have you back. And I'm just throwing that in the middle, but we definitely going to have you back.
Okay.
You got good
And
stories.
I even have a workbook. I created
a workbook?
I did a guided journal workbook, so that people can really, wherever you are in your life and your circumstances, you can get to a point where you are actually crushing it as well. And a lot of the people that I'm thinking of, because it was my own testimony where on the outside looking in, I had it all together. People thought I had it going on, but I did a live, and the memory popped up last week, I think. I did a live January of last year, and I watched it again, and I said, I said it. This is where it started. My son, he was on the live, my oldest son with the Regular Network.
Yeah.
He started talking about, well, he does this, and I said, because I instilled that in you. I taught you. I was deliberate and intentional with how I raised my sons. And I said, like me, nobody can stop me but me. Can't nobody beat me.
Right.
I've always had that mindset. You can't beat me.
Yep.
And then it hit me. It was like, it wasn't even a place of arrogance. It was a source of conviction. It was like, why ain't you where you need to be then?
Yeah.
I'm very
There's
introspective.
always that voice.
Yes. So
There's always that voice.
It made me think, like, you got some things it's like the glass ceiling. Something is holding you back, because you know that there's things that you want, even though people look at you and think blah 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 blah, but it's really blah blah blah. and so that started the journey. But let me go back to 2016. As I'm getting ready to launch my podcast, I did a Google search. Shout out to Eddie F, DJ Eddie F.
Uh-huh.
He and I had a conversation, and he told me, look up any business idea. He told me to do an exhaustive search, and he taught me. And just as I'm about to launch this podcast, I did a simple Google search that I didn't do in the beginning. It's a very successful podcast called Mirror Mirror Podcast.
Oh, dang.
I was crushed. I was like,
man.
oh, man.
Yeah.
Put it on the shelf. I got discouraged. I don't have a name.
Yeah.
So then a couple years go by and Black Panther comes out. I was obsessed with Black Panther. Now I'm going to change it to Queen Mother Podcast because no matter what I do, I'm a mother.
Yeah.
And I want to talk to the mothers.
Yeah.
So as I started doing more market research and I kept, sharing the name with people didn't get it. So I had to keep explaining the name to people. And it was just like, I don't know. I sat with it. So then I spoke to this marketing guru. And he was like, it's cool, but when I hear Queen Mother Podcast, I think of Queen Elizabeth. I don't think of you. I was like, dang.
Yeah.
I ain't like that.
Yeah.
So I want people to think of me when they, so fast forward. Now that was some years ago, when Black Panther came out.
Right.
Fast forward to, was it last year?
Mm-hmm.
2023, I can't remember, either 22 or 23.
Mm-hmm.
There was the school shooting in Uvalde, Texas, and the grocery store shooting in Buffalo, New York.
Yep.
Like days apart.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let me put a pin in that. When back in 2017, when my man passed away, I was devastated. Like, I was so freaking depressed. I was like,
of course,
I was a shell of who I even thought I was. Maybe 2 years. I don't know if it was 2 years, but it was a while afterwards. My granddaughter, one of my grandbabies, had left some bubbles at my house. Mm-hmm. And we're on the kitchen counter, and I'm sitting at the table, and I finally saw them because they had been there. And then I was like, ooh, bubbles. And I got up, went outside, and I just started blowing bubbles. When I tell you that was so releasing and
therapeutic.
It was therapeutic. And it was like with every exhale, every time I blew, it was like, and I could just like every one of the bubbles that came out of that wand was like the problems and all the stress and all the sadness. It was like floating away. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, ooh. So then I started using bubbles anytime I get in a place where I'm just overwhelmed with my emotions. Yeah, I just blow bubbles. So back to the school shooting and stuff. I was on a Zoom. It was a nationwide Zoom with my company, the brokerage that I was with, and there was nobody talking. When we got on, it was so heavy. We were in different places around the country, but you could feel the heaviness. And finally, one lady broke the ice, and she said, "That lady looked like my grandma. I'm just sad." And nobody said anything yet. And she said, "What are some things that..."
London. Yep, go ahead. You good. Come here.
She said, "What do y'all do when you're just so stressed and so overwhelmed you can't do anything about it?"
Hold on, excuse me. London, that is Karonna. Karonna, that's my oldest son. He just finished his real estate classes. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. Do you have a plan? You know where you want to?
Oh, well, you gotta come use this microphone if you're gonna talk to her. So just lean in on Jordan. There you go.
Yeah, I got a plan, but I'm trying to study for the state test right now. I know a lot of people have trouble with it on their first.
They do.
Try, so I'm trying to knock it out first try.
They do. I have coached a lot of people through that exam.
Okay, I'm gonna have to talk to you then.
For sure. And actually, when I leave here, this is a drop. This is an exclusive. Just hear me out. Exclusive.
Okay, come on with it.
When I leave here, I'm going to pick up my cashier's check because I am launching next week my own brokerage.
Oh yeah,
I am.
okay.
Yes.
Nice.
I had been avoiding it because I just was kind of sitting in the cut doing all my other stuff, and I have a different way of doing real estate, and I would love to, talk further with you about what your goals are and teach you a side of real estate 95% of agents never know.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right,
That's
buddy.
dope.
I just was making an introduction. I seen you walk through, and I know she do her real estate thing. So
Yes.
All
Nice
right,
to
buddy.
meet you.
Definitely connect with you after.
Okay. Yes.
So, all right, let's get back to it. You said
So you in the podcast, and the lady says, look like a grandma.
we're on the Zoom.
she said you look like a grandma.
Yeah.
Huh? Oh, she said the lady that got killed in the grocery store looked like her grandmother.
Oh, I thought
And
you
so
said
she was
looked
really
like
she
a
was
grandma.
really sad. And she was like, "What do y'all do when you just stressed and you can't think of anything else to do?" And nobody said anything. So I just was like, I unmuted. I was like, I blow bubbles. The whole room went crazy. The Zoom room went crazy. They was like, "What? Oh my God." One lady was like, "I'm going to order some now." And it was like, as soon as we get off of here, I'm going to the dollar store. I'm going to get. So everybody really went crazy for the idea of just blowing bubbles to cope.
Mm-hmm.
We had that meeting monthly. When the next month rolls around, the executive assistant to the CEO of this $30 billion company said, "Hey, you can go into the hub offices. We now have branded bubbles." I said,
These niggas done took the idea and ran with your shit.
Should she say? I said,
this something. That's
So
the name.
bullshit.
That's the name. So I said, let me take my thing
Yeah,
and
get the
use
hell
it.
on, right.
And
For
so
y'all
I
still
did.
is.
yeah.
That's how I named the podcast. I had been wanting to do a podcast. That's how I named it.
Nah.
The Blowing Bubbles Podcast.
Yeah. And so what do you do? So what is your goal with the podcast? What's your aim?
My slogan is surviving motherhood through sisterhood while finding balance and building legacies. Now, although my target is the mothers because I am a mother, I've survived motherhood. My children are 34, 33, 32, and 30.
Dang.
I can tell you some things.
Kid.
Yes.
Yeah, and
that's the ones I gave birth to. I adopted one. So Dominique is, so Cherie about to be 35. Dominique just turned 37. So really I got 5 kids. Nobody ever had to go to the hospital. And 3 of them 5 was boys.
Oh yeah.
Hey, roughnecks.
Yeah.
I think I survived
You
it.
did good. Now
I
you
think
did
I
good.
figured it out. I think I got some nuggets I can share and pass on.
Most certainly do.
And it wasn't overwhelming to me. Like at no point. My relationships were at different times overwhelming from dealing with different things, but being a mother doesn't have to be hard. So I want to really encourage women and just tell them different tips and things. Just share. I don't know. I freestyle. I don't script anything. Like I might ask, I do some research when I'm going to have a guest. I take some notes and I got a big whiteboard and I put some notes on things that I want to make sure that we cover, but it's just freestyle. And I don't leave the men out. I talk to the men. I do one segment called the co-parent conversation because it's super, super, super important for me to help bridge that gap for people who cannot figure out how to be grown up enough to get through raising their kids. At one point you liked him. At one point you liked her.
Yes.
You have to love your children more than you hate him or her. The end. There's no excuse. As long as they're not molesting and abusing your children, there's no excuse to interfere with the relationship.
Ooh, see, what I told you, we was just gonna. That's supposed to be. That was gonna be today's episode. Cause we doing 2 episodes. We're gonna do another one, but that's gonna be next week's episode.
He actually did. So he didn't.
We had that conversation.
He ain't pulling the Me Too this time. He actually.
We had to
just talk about it on the way here.
Yeah, about the. I think you see me posting on my socials, but we're gonna run with that topic. Do you think what's worse, being an absent father, or being a part-time, a part-time father? And I don't mean part-time like we just divorced, but I'm at all the games, I'm at all the school functions. No, I mean part-time, whether he home or not, meaning like he barely interacting with the kids,
So
but he is there.
There's layers to that.
But I'm talking about the base one. What's
so
worse?
what I'm saying, no, what if he's choosing to not be there? Yes, he's trash, but as a mother, I should still not interfere when he does come around.
Yes, and right, and see, that is what I'm saying. That is exactly where I'm going in my aim, like yours. Again, I'm not me tooing you, but the podcast, and I said we had that conversation today, and we always have that one. I bring up the podcast is aimed on a subliminal level to men, because I want us to, to feel valued and to be understood. So in the face of a woman, I'm saying, okay, we are men and this is how we are. And then for the men, I want to say, hey, brother, you got to take care of yourself. Make sure you're doing what's good for you. Take care of your family. But remember that you're a part of that family. So you got to look out for you and do things that's going to keep you from going crazy and shooting up your whole family. Because you done lost your marbles. I mean, because how many stories when a family is killed, who did it most of the time? The daddy? Nope. It's the daddy that's finna kill the kids.
It'd be the wife. She be done took the kids down to the lake and drowned them. They be doing that.
Right, but then that'd be
the wife.
But in most
it's
times,
only one man that shot up the family. That's Chris Jericho when he was doing all them steroids.
Yeah, but I'm sure.
But mostly
when
it's
the
women.
mama with the kids, from my standpoint, I think it'd be the single mama.
No. It'd be the mama that be married. The women snap harder than the men.
When the woman snaps, it's over a man. Snap. It's over another man. She wants to be with another man, and the man don't want the kids.
Yes.
When the man will get jealous because the woman done moved on.
Yeah.
And then he go, But anyway, there's
so there's different levels of snap.
So the thing that I want to impress upon my brothers, y'all don't pursue your rights so often because you don't want to deal with the courts. Stop pigeonholing and painting yourself into a corner because you've done some dumb stuff and you can't set foot in a courtroom.
Yeah, now you still need to be a part of your kid's life.
Now you at this chick's mercy.
Yeah.
That's number one. Number two, take your time. If you haven't been closely intimate with this person for 2 to 4 years, and I'm talking about their family, their family dynamics, their daddy issues. Why you knocking these girls up and you just barely met them?
Oh yeah, I got a whole nother theory on that one too.
You just barely met them. Stop shooting up the club, homie.
Yeah. Shoot it up, Sean.
Yeah, I think too though, and this is beneficial to women. I mean, but I think it's beneficial for the both sides too. But in my mind, any child ever born needs to get taxed on some man's check off top. You have a kid. A kid is born to this world. Oh, he got a daddy, and we finna find out who that is as soon. And that's not the mama. That is the government and the hospital. We finna find out who the daddy is, and as soon as we find it out, his next check is taxed for that child, going to that child or that child's mother. But at the end of the day, can only be used towards that child.
You can't just plain it like that.
Yeah, because
some women be trapping out here and be like, oh no,
so here's the catch though. Here's the catch 22 on that though.
It's a bunch of scumbags. But here's the catch.
That's why you don't hit it raw.
But here's the catch though.
You don't hit it with no condom either.
Wait.
It's like getting a massage with a damn jacket on.
Okay, but here's the catch.
He said he was a gambler though.
Yeah, no, right. But here's the catch. Now this is the extreme that they're not gonna let happen. But fathers should get custody. When the kid is born, the person who can provide for that kid without causing the state any money, that's where the kid automatically goes. He gets first and top rights because that's going to force.
But then money ain't everything. But money ain't everything.
Right, it's not. But
let's say you're a better provider.
Until you need to buy some food. Money ain't everything until you need a jacket in the cold.
You're a better provider than Denise as far as money, right? But Denise nurtured the kids is better with education.
Children need both parents.
They do need both parents. Yes,
but if you make $150,000 because you an over the road truck driver, that means you need to have a kid. Why would you need to have a kid? No, right. If you got that automatic statute set, now you got kids who are left with any.
You're gonna lose, Karonna, because I'm gonna tell you every time. Wherever the kids' basic needs are being met, That is where
money ain't the
kids.
basic need.
Money is not
money
the
ain't the basics,
Okay,
dog.
if money ain't the basic need, that means she could stay. The parent could. The child could stay with the mama who don't got no job and ain't buying no food and can live. But that's not
all
true
mothers
because the
are not
government.
working.
Yes, right. Because they get money from who? Again, the government.
That ain't how it work, bro.
Right, but it would be in my mind, it would work better if it happened that way. According to address
Okay,
your,
well, let me see
address
you take,
your
let me
kid
see
over
you
the
take
road.
your kids with you to sit when you working 17 hours a day. How the hell that's gonna work?
Okay, well, so
How would you do it? From your situation, you
what
got.
you mean?
I'm saying, let's say you 20. Hold on. Let's
Okay.
say you 25, 26,
Okay.
and you had a kid with a hood rat hoochie mama, just some woman who ain't, necessarily ain't making money like that.
Yeah.
But she's a good woman and a good nurturer to the
Yeah.
children. But based on your theory, you work how many hours right now a week?
Shoes, come on,
80?
Yeah.
How you gonna raise a kid? What you gonna do? Break it down money wise. You make more money. You make, let's say, $3,000 a week. How you gonna take care of the kid when working 80 hours a week? By yourself. Tell me.
I'm finna tell you. I'm gonna do whatever the government and that mama gonna do for that child with my check, because that's what's going to happen in either way,
How
no
you
matter
gonna do it?
how
I'm
you look
asking,
at it.
break it down right now.
So say I go to work on Monday. What I'm gonna do? I gotta be to work at 5:00 in the morning. What I'm gonna do with the kid between the time I go to work and the time they go to school? I'm gonna have to hire a babysitter, right?
Okay.
Okay, and then I'm gonna have to make sure that the babysitter makes sure that kids gets on the bus, right? I'm paying for the babysitter. Then whatever kind of lunch they on, free, reduced, whatever.
Let's
I'm
say they
paying
get
for
free
that.
lunch. They get
Okay,
free lunch.
when the
You ain't gotta
kid
pay
gets
for lunch.
off, I gotta pay for another babysitter to come watch my kid until I get home from work. That may be late, right? And that's a lot of money. That's gonna be a lot of money. That's money out the ass. But at the end of the day, my pull-out game is gonna be perfect, or I'm gonna wear a condom.
Let's say you already done did it, but you
that's what I'm saying.
Are you
What
saying that a
babysitter-
babysitter is better than the mother?
No, what I'm saying is, we are talking about having kids out here legitimately, kids who ain't got no good daddy, kids who daddy don't really take care of them, or two toxic people having a kid and he in a toxic relationship just because they can't get along. I'm gonna say if the daddy gotta pay for everything, he gonna make sure I get with somebody that is qualified and able, and I want to take care of my children. So that way, if I have a child with Denise, and is born, it's gonna come out of my check if I don't make sure she stays in my life, so that it don't come out of my check. You see what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna be more willing to put up with whatever bullcorn she bring. And then not only that, she has a incentive now to do what she's supposed to do as a mother and as a wife. Because what'll happen is she'll focus on the kid. Now she's cooking and cleaning for the kid. The kid is getting all the love. The man is feeling no love. So now he out here sliding.
Now you worried about love. You don't jump about 8 different subjects. You can't never stick on subject.
Because I don't know what you want from me. Because I just told you.
The original
if you would have
argument
let me
was,
finish the whole thing, I would have gotten
you've
to
been
that point.
rambling
But
for
you
a
keep
minute.
cutting me off.
No. The original argument was, you said
that the father should get the kid.
You said whoever make the most money
is
the one.
I didn't say that.
Whoever
I
make
said
the most
father.
money.
Okay, then I was
you
wrong.
You didn't say father. You said whoever make the most money,
it
should be the one that take care of the kid. And then I said, how that gonna make sense? That don't make you a better parent just because you make more money.
Now you switching it maybe because you want to be contentious and have the argument, but
no,
I'm
that's
telling
exactly what you said.
What did I say?
You said that.
Okay, well then that's fine. I don't mind taking the L because I said it wrong.
That's what you said.
But let's run it back then. The man needs to automatically have his check taxed when a child is born, because that is going to give incentive for the two couples to either think better before having a child, and it will give incentive to them if they consider having the child to stay the fuck together.
Let me ask you
at that point, what?
Are there people still committing crimes every day?
Yeah.
You know how many thousands and thousands of laws there are on the books? People still do things.
So
Putting
Okay.
a blanket type of statute in place is not going to make
Now,
the
if you think
average
it's going
person
to, but I don't think it's going to
prevent
to fix everything, but it will work as a better preventative.
probably-
People don't think like that.
that would be detrimental to
I know I ain't supposed to
society.
be driving without no license. I'm gonna drive every day.
Amazon could say, we not shipping PS5s. You got to come up to Amazon and get it because we going to run the risk. If we ship the PS5, some young runner-muck's going to see the Amazon truck, think, hey, there may be a PS5 on it, bust him upside the head and take all the PS5s. Now, we can't. At some point, you got to take a risk. You could say, say I'm not gonna go outside because meteorites do fall from the sky. And if I go outside to go to work, to go get me something to eat, to go check my mail, to go take out the trash, to go look at the beautiful earth, a meteorite might hit me and I'm gonna die. So therefore I'm gonna stay inside the house. We could make up, we're not going to have a foolproof fix for everything, but I think still, and will not relent, is that a way to deal with it is to make sure, and I don't know why a mother wouldn't side with me, because now you don't got to chase down a nigga for a child support check, because he automatically getting taxed. And if your money, if the money is going
to be hitting like that for real,
for real. Right? Because the child don't need to. You make an argument because at the end of the day you'll say the child don't need that much anyhow.
I ain't gonna say that, because I got.
I would say it. Well, I mean, I got folks, and they don't really need that much.
Shit,
I am from the school of thought that you should be with and know the person very, very, very well before you have a child.
Yes.
However, I raised all my kids and never took a man to child support court.
And you are amazing for that. But there was no need. There was no need for you to have to do that. If he, you know what I'm saying? There's no need for that, because he should have been doing his part.
He did. He took me to child support court and put himself on child support.
That's crazy.
Then when he didn't have the same job no more, shout out to you. You know who you are. When you ain't had the same job no more, he wanted to reduce it. Nope. You took me. Now deal with it.
Oh yeah.
Now deal with it. I said,
that revenge.
my kids, they're gonna be grown and gone, and you're gonna be sending me on trips around the world. I sure said it.
Damn.
He took me because he thought, now this is one thing that people don't always understand. Paying child support does not have anything to do with your visitation rights. And that's where he went wrong. We had a real big bad blow up and the relationship ended, and he thought that I was going to keep him from his kids, which I never did.
Right.
Never, not once did I interfere with his relationship with them.
Right.
But he thought that I would. So he took me to child support court. Shame on him, because I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't sign off. I'd figure it out.
So y'all just had dual custody?
No, that's what I said. Visitation has nothing to do with child support.
Yeah, my home
friend
said it to me too.
Whole separate thing. You gotta take go to family court for that. It's a whole different thing.
All right, we done diverged.
Yeah,
and got away.
That took a whole left turn. How do we even get on that? Like,
we was blowing bubbles, and then one of the bubbles popped.
Oh yeah, because I mentioned
and the room erupted.
I mentioned the co-parent conversation, but yes, that is a strong passion of mine to just help parents just figure out.
Yeah, me too.
How to get through. Now this is after they have children. This is when they're struggling to communicate.
Yeah,
you know, they're angry, they're bitter. They like. It's no excuse.
It's work. It's work. But shoot, so yeah. So yeah. I mean, I think I've touched on everything. We travel.
How'd you get to Atlanta? That's what I want to know. Because you was in Vegas.
I was in Vegas.
Where'd you go from Vegas?
I came here. My mother moved here, I think in 06, 07, something like that. And she had a stroke in 2012. And the airplane couldn't get me here fast enough. So I would come down here and stay for like two weeks at a time, a couple times a year. And it just got to the point where I didn't want to be without my mother.
Yeah.
So I came here.
So that's good.
You just move like the wind. You just be like, oh.
Listen, ain't nothing. I love it.
I ain't stuck to nothing.
I love it.
You just 5 kids. You just
amazing.
like, oh, I just want to.
Yep.
I like
it's probably
pasta.
another
we moving
move.
to Italy, y'all.
Wait, so did you move with the kids to Vegas?
3 of them were out there.
And what ages?
The youngest, the last 2 got diplomas from out there. So
they was in high school. That's what's up.
Yeah,
you just be moving like you ain't got no kids.
That's good. Because when we moved here, I ain't had no kids. I had no job.
The biggest thing.
I really didn't. Y'all laughing, but I really didn't.
I had never been to Vegas, and I didn't have a job or anything. But
it's crazy.
My kids had friends that kept getting killed, and I was just like, I'm not
back
gonna be in Youngstown. I was like, I'm not burying my
Youngstown.
babies.
I heard Youngstown on the podcast.
Youngstown is
because you're hearing it coming out your mouth. I'm hearing some weird background music and them saying Youngstown.
It's that place. Like you can. I never had problems, but I was just always a bold person, but I was always one to just keep to myself. I ain't never start no stuff. Youngstown primarily catches people up that's in something. Mm-hmm. It's not a whole lot of random, like if you ever watch stories like, what is it I used to watch? Not Unsolved Mysteries. One of them type shows. Mm-hmm. They was always in Tacoma, Washington. Or somewhere up northwest. It'd be the most random serial killers, all kind of stuff up there. Yep. And it's not that in Youngstown. It's you beefing with this dude and you go do something to him, then he do something to your brother, and then it's that type of thing.
So is it gang type of stuff?
Not gangs, not families.
Just clicky.
It's cliques and families.
So you know what? And ain't that no? Because that's in the mountain, in the hills. What was the two families that is always
Hatfields and the McCoys?
Yeah, it's Hatfield McCoy type stuff.
You'll have that.
Dang.
What's that?
It's like an old Western,
Hillbillies, the Hatfields and the McCoys, they beefing, family stuff.
But I never had no problem. Youngstown did me well.
Obviously.
I got love in Youngstown.
Yeah. You didn't get a lot of friction because you look 30-something, but you not 30-something, but you look 30-something.
I live that clean life. I don't drink and smoke.
Oh, that what it do for you?
Yeah, and I smile a lot.
I'm not gonna
That's another thing. I'm not.
Oh yeah, now the bubbles blowing. The name fits. The name fits from the time you said.
And I'm mad at myself. I ain't bring no bubbles. Like I literally will blow bubbles on the podcast.
Like, you could blow. Well, when you come back with the book, when you come back and we have you back, you definitely.
Yeah, we're gonna read the book, and then when you come back, we'll know all your damn business.
Yeah, we
all be in your business. We'll be like, but you said
right
in chapter 5.
Right, I only like white men.
Right. You always wanted to be with a white man, so that's why you moved to Italy.
I love the white man.
So you just up and moved to Italy.
I love white meat.
You took it down.
I want a leg, I want a wing and a breast every time.
I can proudly say I have never been with a non-black man. Never, not ever. Never, ever, ever. Not even close.
Ever.
Not until you see some movie with a man. And
I don't care about no movie. I love my brothers.
Until she
sees somebody in Italy with that daggone eggplant, she gonna say, we move. Hey, y'all, bye kids. I'm moving to Italy. Bye grandkids.
In less than 48 hours. He gonna flash on the screen and she gonna say, ooh, that Travis Kelce. I'm
finna move to Italy.
I get him a baby.
Right, I'm finna go to Australia.
They white. And I'm not.
She finna move to Italy. Next time we see her, she gonna be in like Italy or Iran. She gonna be we like, why the hell you there?
I can recognize an attractive non-black man, but they don't do nothing for me. I love my brothers.
You know why? You know what you're missing?
Nothing.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie.
That's amore.
I don't like y'all right now.
That's fine. We gonna see on the pod. She gonna be blowing bubbles. We gonna say location Italy. We gonna be like, I'm
gonna be in Italy. I'm taking my sand to the beach.
No. You over there?
Mandingo.
For Mario. It's me, Mario.
Right. You gonna be over there
looking for
brothers,
Mario.
I will never abandon
Mario and Luigi.
She gonna be over there with her saws and stuff.
I don't care what they're talking about. They're really projecting their own desires, actually.
I mean, I could go for some spaghetti right now.
I can go for anything. I like who like me. I don't give a damn.
And my brothers like me.
There you go.
My brothers love me.
I'm not.
But your non-brothers love you too. Hold on.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't. They ain't never.
The non-brothers love the black women like it.
I ain't about that life.
Go to Norway.
One of my closest friends, she married a dude from Italy.
See?
So we was close. That's her. That ain't me.
Her name finna be
what's her
Karonna
name?
Marciano.
Alicia.
Shout out to Alicia. Go ahead and hook your girl up. Hook your girl up with your husband, uncle, or something. So we can get the plug. We can go to Italy.
I'm good. I can still go to Italy. They got a villa over there.
I do want to go to Italy too.
You need to
I want to go to the Amalfi Coast.
That's why I went.
You went already? Oh yeah. You know what? You know why he's going so hard? Because his wife white.
She ain't Italian.
I know it, but you did go to the Amalfi Coast though. That would have something to do with it. Because you don't hear black people saying they want to go to the Amalfi Coast.
I would like to travel places where I like the food. If I'm not trying to travel to.
So you want pasta?
I'm not trying to travel to. I'm trying to think of some place that I just feel like I don't like the food from. I don't like Russian food. I have a desire to travel to Russia.
Right.
Like what are they even known for?
Exactly. I don't want Russian food, but Croatia. Greece, Italy.
Greece ain't got no good food either.
Croatia's got like that Middle East, like that Greece food. I like the food in Greece. I like the cucumber salad with the feta. I like that falafel. I like that. I love that.
They had Greek day at work 2 days ago. That's because they truck ain't
You know what I'm
come.
saying? Morocco, I can go to Morocco or any Middle Eastern country. I like their food. I like Indian food. I don't want to go to India. That place looks disgusting, but I like Indian food.
Boy, Indian
I'll
food
go to
bust.
China. I go to Japan.
I just don't want to sweat.
I'll go to anywhere in South America. I love Spanish food.
I'm going to Aruba next month.
Oh,
Go
man.
to see, look, you see.
Aruba got the.
moving
That's
around.
where they got the.
London, do me a
people
favor,
feeding
buddy.
them flamingos down there in Aruba.
Give me
I
some
thought
pictures
about
real
going to
quick.
Aruba. Yeah, they got a hotel
Just
down
get some
there.
pictures real quick while we.
Where you can
and then just send it to me.
The what you call it? And my friend went to Aruba and stayed on the sail ship. He didn't fly. He didn't move it, but you can stay on the boat on the ocean. He was like, bro, it was just rocking you. I was like, that's hard.
A friend of mine, she's been to Aruba a bunch of times. She told me the food wasn't all that. She was like, that's the only
What they
thing
ate?
about there. She was like, they don't have no real cuisine that is
What is
known.
right? What is Aruban food?
I mean, it's
A
a
Reuben
highway.
sandwich?
It's
Let me get
nothing.
an
Yeah, they don't have. They
Aruban?
don't really have a distinct cuisine.
Aruban. Right.
But I'm gonna find out.
All right, let me
In a
know.
few
You gotta go to
weeks.
the hood in Aruba if they got.
We can talk
one.
about that when you come back too, because you coming back. 'Cause
You
we-
definitely
I
come
feel
back.
like
You
ain't
gotta
heard
come
half
back
the
after the
story.
book. though. The book come out your birthday,
Yeah.
April 9th,
April
right?
9th. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then you
What's
come
that name?
back. We're gonna read the book. and
Who
then
is
you
it that
come
say?
back,
Now here's the rest of the story.
And you come back April
He
12th.
come on the radio. He used to come on the radio and he would tell her, and now for the rest of the story. I don't remember. It's an
know.
old white man. When I used to work at the job,
The old white
that I
man she gonna
quit
be
from.
dating next. When
Huh.
we see her.
he used to listen to him all the time. He used to listen to him all the
He
time.
Italian. Shout out to your friend. What's her name? Ashley.
Alicia.
Alicia. I was close.
Yeah. We're gonna get on.
We're gonna get you back on.
out
We
here.
gotta get you back on. 'Cause I know you got so much more to tell us, but
I do.
I know
I
this
got
was
a lot
just.
going on.
I'm still stuck on the carpentry. That's hard.
Yeah,
That's
that's
real
definitely
hard.
So tell us where we can find you. Tell us where they can find the podcast. If we want to know more about Karonna, not Corona, but you know what I'm saying.
Yes. My podcasts, all platforms, everything. Oh, subscribe to my YouTube channel, man.
There you go.
Let's go ahead and get to that monetization space.
Yeah.
Blowing Bubbles podcast, everything.
Is that how it's on YouTube? Blowing Bubbles. If they put in Blowing Bubbles podcast.
Yep. You'll
Okay.
see me look for her.
Yeah. And so do you have a merch? Is this for sale?
This is merch.
Okay.
Yep,
Sweet.
this is
And we need to,
merch.
yeah. Whenever I need to talk to you about that part because I need to work on mine. But yeah.
Yeah, man. And I just last night I got a good bit of feedback on. I had a full sweatsuit on, man. It was
Come on,
dope.
you got a full sweatsuit?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I did
Good
this
idea.
thing. Shout out to Tim Tebow. I did this thing last night.
You know Tim Tebow?
I do not know Tim Tebow.
I'm about to
I wouldn't be
say.
surprised. You be
But,
out here bubbling. Everybody like bubbles.
He does this special needs prom for special needs adults.
Yep.
And I did that yesterday. I had bubbles galore, man. Check out my social media. There was so many, but it was like everybody kept saying, that's such a good idea. I'm like, this is what I do. I pop up and blow bubbles.
Get it popping.
Get it popping.
You know that dude that sing that song
Stay
Bubbles?
popping. No.
You don't know that? You know that dude Marty Marr?
I've seen his van.
I was
His-
finna say
his
you
So
truck.
you know him?
He pull up and tear up the dang Quick Trip. It just be billions of bubbles floating all over.
Have you had
Y'all
him
gotta
on the
link up.
podcast?
I want to find. I don't know him.
Oh, I know him.
Hey,
You know him
hook
for
me
real?
up. Like I
Yeah,
want to
I
do
know
a
him.
whole bubble fest, yo. I've heard of
know.
him.
Yeah.
Like, he got this costume. Like I got a whole.
That's really marketable. 'Cause you
It
got
is.
Bubble Fest, you got Bubble Ray, a 5K
I
Bubble
really
race.
want to do. Yeah, I tried to get in the bubble run, and
Yep.
their team sucks because they never responded to me. I'm like, if
Yeah.
don't nobody need to
Listen,
be in the
you know
bubble
what you
run,
do?
I need to be in the
Nope.
bubble
You know
run.
what you need to do? Then you just come up with something
my
else.
own.
Yeah, and then then that's when you gonna get their attention, man.
Yeah,
And that's
why
that's
I'm
where I
gonna
be
do
at in
the
life.
bubble fest.
A lot of folks will ignore you until you start catching
Get some
attention.
noise, yeah.
Absolutely.
in their space, and then they want to give you attention. Then they always try to act
Absolutely.
like
And my memory's strong, bruh.
exactly because they're
know.
gonna come. The first thing they're gonna say is, "Man, I've been watching you." Oh, so that's all you've been doing because you ain't been responding to nothing.
How about that? How about that?
Whoa.
That's all you've been doing.
Right, what you're
Yeah.
looking at.
Exactly. So yeah, I did that yesterday, and it was so amazing. You know, just to see the individuals. Many of them didn't go to high school. Many of them didn't go to a prom because they weren't in school.
Mm-hmm.
So to see them in their beautiful suits and dresses, and oh man, it just did my heart some good. But I got a lot of great feedback on my suit. People were like, I want one.
Yeah,
So yes,
I'm
the
digging that
merch-
color.
The
I'm
merch
digging
is
the
coming. All right.
yeah,
all right.
yeah. I'm sad because you geared straight to women. Because if you would have put a man on there, I
Now,
would have.
I do have some that I made that are I could do a dude too.
Mm-hmm.
I will do a guy.
Because that look like him. Just with lipstick.
Hey.
There you go.
But I'll
Give me
do
the
a man.
lipstick.
But I have some with my logo, and it just says the Stay Poppin' for men, because I'm like,
Okay, yeah, nah, I
guys
can-
might not want the thing. Oh, and coming events. I don't know when you're gonna drop this episode, but I am. You can catch me at Carisha the Divas show, February 22nd.
Oh yeah, it's gonna drop way before that.
Okay, I'm her guest. That's about 2 weeks, I guess.
All right.
Me and Donnell Jones will be on there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wait, the singer?
Yeah.
Hey, come on.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, y'all finna? Are you trying to hook up with Donnell Jones?
Heck no, I ain't trying to hook up.
Okay,
with
I'm
Donnell
just trying to
Jones.
be
You
mental.
know what? He really white. He just got a
I
skin
might
disorder.
stop it. But we might do a little duet though.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Okay.
venue. Oh, y'all gonna be looking
we might.
at when I
She
look
said,
into your
Carisha told me she
eyes.
might ask me to sing. So
I only know.
we
Wait,
might.
what's the only one Donnell Jones song I know? I got it in my phone too, cause I got it in the playlist.
Why am I drawing a blank?
Hold on, I'm
Yeah,
about
you
to
need to
see.
brush up before you go. Come on now.
Once I hear the music,
Oh, you know what's
he
up?
got a song with
Ooh, what's
him and
up? What's
Left Eye.
up? What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you finna be up in there. Oh, you up? Yeah, you gonna be up in there
Yeah.
2-stepping.
I'm gonna try to get him to sing something that I wrote though. That's what I want to do.
Do it.
All right. I got the nasty pen. So listen, I
Oh,
just
you right,
also
too. I forgot about that.
yeah, I just got a song I'm working with this producer. He's dope. Shout out to B Will, man. This cat is sick. He got in my head in like 8 minutes flat. This cat heard what I was thinking. I'm like, how is he doing that? So we got this record. I'm gonna include it with the book. It's gonna be a QR code in the book. So make sure y'all get the book Residue when it comes
Damn,
out.
you got a
Nice.
book. You got a record coming out. You got the podcast. You got the YouTube.
I know.
Don't forget my real estate brokerage.
She got the real
Cream
estate.
Realty. Yo, Cream.
Okay,
Cream get the money. So it's Cornerstone Real Estate Acquisitions and Management.
Nice.
LLC. Cream Realty.
Nice.
Yep.
All right, well, shoes. We glad to have you.
Shit, we might not be able to afford you by next
We
year.
need- right, we need to hurry up and get you back on
We need
here.
to sign you to a contract and make you
I
come
don't do
back.
contracts,
Exactly.
man.
You
I
gonna
don't
do this
contracts.
one.
I-
You gonna
I-
do this
try to
contract.
show
We're gonna treat
I'll
you like
come
Death
back.
Row Records.
Nah.
Hang you off a
Yeah,
cliff
sure,
like you
right,
did Vanilla
right.
Ice until you sign it.
You
yeah.
know I'm from
sure,
Youngstown,
Mike.
right? You can't scare a goon.
Ah, yeah, you right. You be killing folks at your shop.
Exactly. They
You be
still ain't
offering
found out.
people at the daggone
Right.
at the food shop and then try to
She
blame
closed,
it
right.
on the locals.
Right. She closed because they got
No,
murked, but you
we
didn't say she the
closed.
one did it.
Right.
She the one did it. But yeah,
Yeah.
we glad to have you. Thanks for coming on.
I appreciate being
Thanks for
here,
coming
man.
on.
This is,
And we wish you the
I
best.
don't do a lot of podcasts. I had fun, y'all.
Good.
Y'all really.
Good. We glad you had fun. Because next time I was gonna try to get you to drink or something so you can have more fun if you didn't
I
have
don't
fun.
drink. I never
that's
did
ice
drink, but I could be the life of the party now.
There you go.
You know,
Nope, and that is fitting. It's blowing
We need to get Marty Marr here now.
Let's do it.
We got to get Marty Marr here, and
All right,
then you
we'll do the
your
work.
book come out, and then we'll get both y'all on here.
Ooh,
That'll be hard.
Yeah.
nice.
We're gonna get Marty Marr.
Make
on
sure
here.
y'all follow me. Also, my personal page, which is going to be for my book and all the things Karonna, not just the podcast, but Miss Karonna Hosey. That's MSKARON